Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess, here for your angel channel messages for July. And let me tell you before we get into it, it has been quite intense. It has been a crazy, crazy ride for a lot of us. And there are reasons, like usual, there are reasons for it, but I'm here for all of you to guide you through as best as I can. And hopefully, there'll be a lot of you out there that can get something from this message. If you resonate with it, fantastic. Of course, what you don't resonate with, this message, may not be for you, or maybe there are certain parts of it that do speak to you. So definitely take what resonates with you. As some of you may or may not be aware of, I am a professional angel channeler. I am a psychic medium, and I'm also what's known as a Spirit Extractor Specialist. You can find out more about me on the paranormalpriestess.com. And I most definitely offer personal sessions. A lot of them do include twin flames, and I do a lot of high-level clearing for them as well. Although this work is absolutely available to everybody. But the paranormalpriestess.com is where you can pay for a personal session with me. And of course, you will get detailed messages that are related to your specific path. But for now, this is going to be a general message for July. And I do a lot of channeled writing, and I also get things direct as well. For those of you who may not be familiar with me or how I work, sometimes I kind of rear off of this, and they'll tell me whatever would be in the highest good for all of you to know. So without further ado, let's get into this and let's see what is happening. Okay, so much light has been coming through and so much preparation, and this has been an ongoing theme, and it will be for the summer, as far as some major galactic shifts happening on our planet now, from light wave energy to portal energy that we're experiencing right now, to there's, I believe, a solar eclipse that's going to be coming up in August. So we have a lot of different things happening, and we're feeling the effects, especially those who are very, very sensitive are feeling the effects of these energies. And, it's really a time right now to be very nurturing to yourself, because there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be coming up for, we'll say, last release. So a lot of things may seem very back and forth for you. So this is definitely something that to remember right now, and to just take care of yourself. Drink a lot of water. Whatever you need to do, go into your sacred space and meditate, and really find that time to just center and ground yourself. So I just want to start off with that before I read some of this, and then see what else, if there's anything else that comes up. They tell me that some are frustrated as their twin flame beloveds are being very silent or being difficult to deal with. And what they're saying is that we ask you to view this as a positive transformation, because what's actually happening right now is that they're releasing encoded behaviors, ingrained patterns, connected to the masculine collective. So there are going to be a lot of twin flames out there who are going to be a little bit crazy with this. Maybe not understand why, their twin flame was very present, and all of a sudden then they're just quiet and they're just non-responsive, and they haven't seen them for a while, or whatever the case may be for you personally. And it is because these light waves are really hitting the divine masculine who are currently awakening. And so this energy is coming through like a very strong filter, and filtering out and filtering out and bottoming out and getting rid of all of these patterns and behaviors, and it's just really acting as this washing clean. And so a lot of things may be coming up for them right now in order to prepare them for physical union, because that's what I am getting the sense of from them. They say that they're opening, the divine masculine are opening and adjusting to higher vibrations and faster frequencies of love. So they're diving into their heart spaces and discovering the actual truth that is there. So, for those of you who are listening that may have twin flames who are in marriages, um, they are going through a very, very profound heart opening. And you got to remember that these light waves and these portals are accelerating the process. Okay, so they are going to be coming actually through their phases a lot faster than the divine feminine have. So this is something to really keep in mind when coming across very strange behavior or weird silences, or for some of you who are listening that never even had their beloved come to them in the physical yet, or even make contact, and maybe you have been on this journey a while and you're wondering, oh, what the heck, where is he? Don't worry. Don't worry at all, because you know what? What's happening right now with these shifts, with this planet, with this heart opening, everything truly is what I always refer to as being divinely prepared. So divine preparation is just so, so, so necessary right now, okay? And it's really something that if you can get yourself to shift your perspective and to recognize what's happening as a good thing, even though you can't see it with your physical eyes yet, I think this is what's going to really help a lot of you out there who are wondering, where on earth do you stand? So programming is being released, and they're saying it's not an easy experience, of course, for the divine masculine to realize that what they have been living for a while is an illusion and not the truth of the heart. Okay, so the divine masculine is again, is still a lot of them out there are going through this heart awakening, and awakening, of course, is not a 1, 2, 3 thing. It's a process. It does take some time. There are things that come up to the surface, as the divine feminine well know, and a lot of these things can be very difficult to face and realize. But these things do have to come up to be faced and realized in order to release them and for a transformation to take place. And then, of course, earthly choices, 3D choices, will be different choices. And that's when things are really going to be able to come into harmony in the physical and stay. Because that's why, for those who are going through this, back and forth thing, and it hasn't quite been a permanent stability of a twin flame union, that's because there are still things that need to be addressed, either with the divine masculine only or with you as well. So it's very, very important, especially right now, to keep in mind that everything is perfect. Where you are is perfect. What's happening right now with the twin flame dynamic is perfect. And to realize that and to not fight the process is so very important. And I did a video that I think is worth looking at if some of you haven't watched this video. And it was a video that I did about surrendering to divine will and divine timing, and how it's always going to be correct. It's always perfect. And I think that by maybe going back and watching this video, I watch it, and I do, because it's like to just remind myself of, yes, what I already know, but sometimes I need those reminders too, because it's not easy for me. I'm here guiding you guys and reading a lot of things, but it's difficult, and I have my share of experiences as well. So having reminders is always good. But that's just something to realize. So they're turning away from the divine feminine, many of them, in order to understand the feelings and the thoughts that are becoming more apparent to them. And the thoughts and the feelings are related to the transformation, um, the heart-centered transformation that's happening for the awakening divine masculine right now. Okay. Um, so what they're saying is, let them find this refuge. We ask, they say. So for a lot of the divine masculine, they are going to do just that. They are going to have to be the hermit. So if any of you are familiar with the hermit card in the tarot, it's about really being by yourself, going into yourself, reflection, and really figuring out what these thoughts and feelings are. What is the meaning for these thoughts and feelings? Why is this coming up? And what is the bigger overall picture? And the divine masculine has to try to work this out and understand what he really wants out of life. What does he really want out of a love relationship? What is he? Who does he view himself as? How have many of his perspectives changed about himself and life and relationship and the family structure? And I'm getting the family structure is coming up strongly for many. Is that, the divine masculine is figuring out how he views family, and he's going to be reflecting on his own experiences with his own family, his own growing up, reflecting on his parents, on their relationships, and he's really going to really figure out how he feels about it now. So, sometimes the divine masculine has to step away to do this. It's just something that, the divine masculine has a lot of thoughts, and he's going to start having a lot of these emotions come up for him that maybe he hasn't really dealt with. And now everything is really, it's coming up to the surface. This divine intervention that's happening is really, like I said before, accelerating things. So he's going to probably have to go into his own space, however that's going to look like. It depends on your situation out there. But he's going to have to go into refuge for many of you. He's going to have to do that, and he needs alone time. And it's really up to the divine feminine to be the strong one and realize that he's not pulling away permanently from you at all. He has to just be able to figure out all of this intensity, all of these changes of heart that he's having about himself and how he feels. Those who are in marriages or in relationships, they're gonna figure out that, oh my gosh, this relationship really hasn't been working for me, and this is not what I really want, and I know there's something else for me, and I just feel different. So, really, it's very big stuff, and the divine feminine, it's up to her to allow this and just accept what's happening, no matter how shocking it may be or surprising that they're pulling away, or no matter how you may sometimes be impatient because your divine masculine has not contacted you yet. These changes, they are the building blocks. This is what's important to happen so that union can actually succeed. So I want you guys to realize that, and the angels are here to confirm that this is what is in fact happening for many of you. Okay, it's saying, they're saying the refuge will transform them greatly, and he will then be ready. He will be completely ready to join the divine feminine unity and harmony. So this is echoing what I was just speaking about. The silence is golden. Okay, so many of you have heard of that expression. So the silence. Those of you who are getting very upset by the silence regarding your twin flame, This silence is something that is a beautiful, miraculous, uh, creative silence. Okay, so the silence, I want you to picture it as golden. Okay, and when I say that, I want you to realize that this silence between yourself and your twin is blessed by the divine. It's meant to be this way because so much is happening behind the scenes that you are not aware of, and many of what's happening behind the scenes is what I had just previously mentioned. That they have to be able to go through this transformation, and the transformation is something that's going to be very overwhelming for many and very intense. And so they have to figure things out. But to be thankful for this silence and to view it as golden, as divine preparation, knowing that everything's being prepared perfectly, and even the silence is perfect. If you out there if you can just view it as that, even meditating on the silence and being grateful for it, saying thank you for this silence between me and my twin, because I know that this silence is right and it's going to just prepare everything. If you can view it like that, you're going to get through a lot of what's happening now that may seem like there's no hope. Okay, a lot of you who come to me, you come to me and you feel like things are just hopeless. This situation's hopeless. My twin flame is in a marriage or relationship, or is not bothering with me, or has never came forward. This is hopeless by now. I had it. I'm done with this. Will this ever happen? Will it ever happen? And I know so many of my clients who originally come to me, they come to me with these concerns. Okay, and I think that it's because they are not viewing the bigger overall picture, and they're only being triggered by what they feel is not happening in the physical. But there is so much that's happening while this golden silence is there, and it's really it's really to get everything ready. Okay, and many of you are going to even change locations. You know, there'll be moves. You know, maybe your twin lives in a different state or, different part of the world. And so, there's even further preparation. Some of you out there may have twins that are in the public eye. And so, there's preparations regards to that too. And the divine does intervene, of course, so never feel like things are impossible, because if you are meant to come together and you both signed up for this, you bet there's going to be intervention. You bet there's going to be help and assistance. As long as you're on your path and you're taking care of yourself and you are stepping into your power, doing what you are meant to do here, and releasing whatever comes up for you to release, then you're doing your part and you're doing it beautifully. Okay? And every time the divine feminine steps into her power, owns herself, does her inner work, takes her steps, and she sends that love as well to her twin without judging him, you're helping him. You are absolutely helping him, whether you're talking to him in the physical or seeing him in the physical or not. It doesn't matter. You are healing him. That's healing. Okay? And so it's really important to realize. Okay? The angels want the divine feminine right now to truly recognize their inherent power as the goddess figure who is capable and strong in her role and in her mission. And this is straight from the angelic realm. Those who have not come into their power, okay, feminine power, may experience, a little bit more frustration there. And so there are things that the divine feminine do have to figure out. And so, not being together in the physical yet in union makes sense. So just realize that it does make sense if there is silence right now, and I definitely get the sense that many of you are very frustrated that you're not really getting the contact that you feel you should be having, or loss of contact. And what's really important right now, too, with all that's shifting and happening and being prepared, is that the detachment to the physical body of your twin, the detachment to his personality here, to detach is actually going to help out with this. If the Divine Feminine can just really focus more on the energetic connection, the spiritual connection, and not judge what's happening, and not view their twin as merely a person, but really recognize that this is an energetic connection and that energy is absolutely with you all the time. I think that's going to help out a lot in not trying to force anything to happen. Okay, because I know that when there is not contact happening, or when things are silent, the Divine Feminine can lose control and become just very attached to the physical body of their twin and the 3D scenario that's playing out in their life right now. And, they really say it's very, very helpful to try your best to detach from that and to nurture yourself, give thanks for this silence, which is golden, and to really allow for these really strong light energies and portals, everything that's happening, to let them do their thing. So the divine is with you. The divine is with you, and everything is really happening the way it should. And a lot of times the way you can tell if you're on track with that, if you're on track with doing your inner work and taking steps with your mission and all of that, you'll see a lot of double numbers. And people talk about this all the time. I know even on social media it's brought up all the time, but 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, all these different numbers. And you can even see very specific numbers related to, say, maybe your birthday and your twin's birthday. And there's all types of various signs that you can pick up along the way. And I think it's a really beautiful thing if things seem like they're very silent and the contact with yourself and your twin flame isn't really happening right now, or not in the way that you would like, to just step away and just really enjoy a lot of the signs and synchronicities that are sent your way. And they're sent your way to remind you that everything is perfect, including the silence. Everything's perfect and on track. So that's how you can always really know, if you were to not really see those signs anymore, if they just kind of stopped and you're not picking up any of it, then, you may want to think to yourself, well, all right, well, what haven't I dealt with in terms of myself? Okay, it always comes down to the self. It doesn't come down to the other as much as it does coming down to yourself. Because remember, they're your mirror. So whatever you are going to do to lift your vibration, this is going to help the other. Okay? It really, really does. So if you're not seeing the signs and synchronicities anymore, they've stopped, that would probably be an indication that there are things that maybe are off track for you, and it's even a much bigger reason to really figure out who you are here, heal, and really take steps for your life purpose and your mission, bettering yourself in any way that you can. And then you'll start seeing those synchronicities and those numbers and those signs, and you'll know, okay, well, I did it. So there are so many reasons why contact just may not be happening for you right now. And I want to leave you guys with this. Usually when there is a silence, or I'll say a pause, where things are not moving, when things are just not in the physical moving and you don't see it happening, it's always an indicator that things are truly going to rev up and move full speed ahead soon. Okay, so you go almost from like this nothing to everything at once. So it's really a good thing to keep in mind that if things are at a pause for you, it's because the next chapter of your life is about to open, okay? And how that's going to look to each twin be different. You know, you can end up in a different area of the world. If you find that many of your friends have dropped away, perhaps your life is at this point where you could very well just get up and move to another place because you don't have any tyings to where you are anymore. You know, it's all in preparation, so everything is perfect. It really, really is. Okay, that's just an example, but it's really about just trusting what's happening right now. If it is at a pause or if it is silent, it is golden, and that next chapter is going to be definitely something to celebrate. And you can even celebrate it right now, even when you're not seeing it, because believe me, if you are on this journey and you've been doing all of your work and you feel deeply within your heart that you're going to come to union, you most definitely will. But the divine always knows what's going to be best for us and when. And as I usually say, I would trust that hands down. All right, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. And hopefully some of you out there got something from this message. If you have any questions or any comments, you can always just leave them down below. I'm always open to having conversation. And I want all of you to just keep the faith and the trust no matter how long it's been. I know for some of you this has been a long journey and you are tired, but don't give up at the end, okay? Please do not give up at the end, because so much is being completed right now and things are really moving for the divine masculine, okay? So let it do its thing. If you want any type of guidance or a session with me where you can find out about your own twin flame dynamic, what's happening within it, what you could do, I'm here for you. So theparanormalpriestess.com, I offer 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. If any of you feel like there have been lower energy interferences within your union, and you're feeling that, you can always just contact me on my website and I will check that out for you and let you know if you are eligible for spirit extraction work. And that's something that has been helping out a lot of twin flames lately, and I've been getting great feedback with it, as I had talked about in the previous video, and it's been helping things to just move forward the way they're meant to. And that's pretty much it. So I am definitely going to wish you many blessings, as I usually do, for this month, because I know this is going to be a heck of a month in terms of intensity. So just stay with it. Stay with it. Don't give up. You got this, okay? Take care, and I will see you guys real soon.